Have you ever wondered how our brain justifies everything we hear, even without knowing the truth? The answer lies in fascinating world of split brain experiments conducted by neuroscientists Roger Sperry and Michael Gazzaniga. As we all know, our brain is divided into two halves, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere, each specializing in different functions. While the left brain excels in linguistic tasks, the right brain dominates in spatial mapping. These two halves communicate through the corpus callosum, giving us the illusion of a centralized decision maker. In split brain patients, where the corpus callosum is removed, each hemisphere functions independently. Sperry and Gazzaniga presented stimuli to each hemisphere separately by showing images to the left or right visual field. When words were processed by left hemisphere, patients could say what they were, but when processed by right hemisphere, they stated there was nothing. Whenever a person look at anything from the right eye, it is processed by left hemisphere. And whenever a person is looking at anything through his or her left eye, then the thing or information is processed through right hemisphere. So this led to the discovery of left brain interpreter, where the left hemisphere attempts to make a sense of actions performed by right hemisphere. In one experiment, patients selected pictures using their left and right hands, controlled by opposite hemispheres as you can see on the screen. They were asked to select pictures corresponding to what they see in front of them. As we can see that the left eye can see a snowbound area and the right eye could see a chicken leg. Now, as we have already explained that whatever left eye can see is processed by right hemisphere and whatever right eye could see is processed by left hemisphere. So it means that the brain split patient won't be able to process this image in which snow is there on the left. When they were asked to pick up corresponding objects, then very rightly the right hand pointed at chicken head and left hand pointed at the shovel, because left hand is controlled by right hemisphere and right hand is controlled by left hemisphere. But the question arises that if the right hemisphere could not process the left image, then how come it is correctly pointing towards the shovel? So the patient was then asked why the left hand was pointing to the shovel. Only the left hemisphere can talk, and it did not know the answer because the decision to the point to the shovel was made by the right hemisphere. But to everyone's surprise, immediately the left hemisphere of the patient made up a story about what it could see, because left hemisphere could see only the chicken leg. So it said that the right hemisphere chose the shovel to clean out the chicken shed. However, there is no chicken shed. So this experiment has confirmed two things. One is our left brain is designed to make up stories to justify our actions even with the limited knowledge. That is why we see society keeps justifying everything. If somebody dies, then society will say because the person was very good and God loved him, so God called him. If somebody comes out alive from a life-threatening disease, then society will say because the person was so pious that God has given him a chance to live. So we kind of contradict our theories, but all these theories are nothing but an invention of our left brain. But second thing which is proved by this experiment is very important, that the decisions which we make are already made. Our left brain and right brain are not making the decisions, and that is the reason the left hand was pointing at the right object. This revelation of left brain's interpreter in action and our ability to take the right decision indicates towards the presence of a third thing in addition to our brain, which is helping us to make decisions. Maybe it is the consciousness or something else. Stay tuned to get more updates like this. Thank you.